Yeah, actually, no, not that. But going back to when I was a player, we played at Montana in the national semifinal, and they had like money like in water bottles of pennies in the bottles, shaking them everywhere. And I just remember I'm like, guys, said to my teammates, it's not going to be this loud, guys. It's not going to be this loud. And then we get in the game, it's like 10 times louder. So it's great that we had that, and it really actually helped energize us, and our focus level actually amped up once we got the music and the crowd noise and all that stuff going.
Were you a guy as a player who did that off those road environments? And how do you tell? Because, I mean, it's been a long time since
Yeah.
you've played in front of
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things that if you love the game and you love to play, you get up for these kind of games. To get on the road in a hostile environment against a great opponent, how can you not? The guys that I have no concerns about us getting up for this game. I think the guys will rise to the occasion and go out and play a good, sound football game.
Liam, the first game, deep balls going. Second game, the run game, thrashing Missouri. And the third game, you're kind of working on the short game. Is this going to be kind of the first, or could it be the first kind of where everything kind of comes together?
You'd like to think so. I do think that after watching the film from last week, we had some good things that we just, whether we didn't execute or didn't do it the right way and could have been called differently. Yeah, there's a ton of things, but we have an opportunity here in front of us to put it all together against a really good opponent, and we're going to need to. We're going to need to put it all together for us to go out there and get a win against these guys. But I feel really good about today's practice, so we continue to work on it throughout the week and hopefully continue to get better.
How do you keep your guys from, when they played Georgia last week and maybe they see highlights and think, oh, maybe those guys aren't that good, but from, making them realize it's an SEC team. I mean, some of these guys obviously know, but
yeah, you turn the tape on, it's a little different world. I mean, it's just being honest. Yeah, do we do what we were supposed to do last weekend against Chattanooga? No. But there's no hiding that when you turn the film on an SEC game like South Carolina, Georgia, and you see the speed, the size, the physicality that you need to play with and prepare to play with, I think actually helps our guys because you start to see what you're up against and what you need to do to put yourself in a position to be successful on Saturday, but it starts today. And I think that helps when you show an opponent, and the Georgia game's a good one to watch because of how well they executed and how fast and physical they played, and that's something that we're trying to emulate.
Mark talked yesterday about how Shane Beamer has kind of re-energized the program.
Yeah.
Have you seen that in their defense and what they're doing week in, week out?
Yeah, they're tough, man. They do some really good things. They got some guys that can go up front. They got some DBs that can really cover in man coverage, and they play sound. They play smart football, and it's definitely a different deal. It's similar, not same as Missouri, excuse me, but in some ways it's some similar deals, and how they have some guys that can rush the passer up front. Their linebackers are solid players. The Staley kid's a good player, and they've done some good things. They definitely seem rejuvenated in terms of how they're playing right now.
It felt like the first two interceptions, the first two games, he made the right read,
Yeah.
but it just didn't work. The two on Saturday were maybe bad decisions. They're not good interceptions.
Yeah.
Are there acceptable ones?
Yeah, there are some that you just kind of like, what are you going to do? You're going to miss some at some times. The first one was not, I didn't put him in a great situation. He forced it. It was 3rd and 14. And just take what the defense gives you or go run, get a little bit of yards for the punt. I could help him out in that situation. And then the second one, really, he missed the throw. I mean, we didn't have great distribution on the route that we ran, but Wan'Dale still had one. If he puts it to the sideline, we got a chance. But I got to credit that kid. He made a really good play,
how's Chris been this week? I know you mentioned he had a wrist.
Yeah, I think just fine. I didn't see anything on his wrist or anything like that. He didn't seem to have any issues catching the ball or fitting up any blocks today or running the ball. I think he's okay. Yeah, he's a heck of a player too. I feel bad for anybody that loses any type of playing time at any level in any team. So really feel for that for him. But he's a heck of a player. So it's tough to any time if it would have happened to us and you have any sort of injuries, the next man needs to step up. But there's a reason why that guy's not starting. So there's always a little bit of a drop-off anytime that you lose a key starter at some, especially the Mike position. That makes a lot of the communication and things like that, and that's something that we need to identify and see who's playing. We feel like we have an idea who's going to fill his void and fill his spot, but it's tough anytime you lose a player, especially a high-caliber player like him.
Isaiah Cummings got his first touchdown pass. How is he coming along overall?
Great. Great. I mean, the play that he caught, we practiced it and practiced it and practiced it and detailed it all throughout the week, and he went out and executed as best as he possibly could, better than we did all week of practice. So it really worked out well. We had a good scheme on that deal there, and I think that he's just continued to come along, guys. That's the one thing about him that I'm just going to hold this here. That's the one thing about him, that he's continuously learning, continuously trying to get everything right. Still, some things are foreign. Obviously, playing inside, things speed up a little bit, but he did some really nice things, and we got to continue. We missed him down the pipe too. On that one, it was a third down. We missed him on the one down the pipe, and that was something that we need to be able to hit. But I'm really happy with Isaiah's progression so far.
On the flip side of that, Mark, I think, said yesterday, the play Epps ran, he had not actually
Never.
run that in practice.
Never. What a testament to that kid and the coaches. Our coaches for getting him ready for that play. And that's a kid getting a mental rep in practice all throughout the week, staying focused, staying locked in, understanding what that job responsibility is, and he goes out and executes it perfectly. So just a testament to Isaiah and the coaching staff for getting him ready for that play. And that was something that I wasn't sure. We hit Wandell on the big one. Wandell was supposed to be in. We pull him out because he just ran that long. We had the long explosive pass. So somebody subs in, steps up, makes a play. So that's just kind of sometimes how it works. But I was really happy for him to step up that way.
Mark talked about you being, kind of hard on yourself after the Chattanooga game. Does that give you extra motivation heading into this weekend, just for yourself?
Yeah,
in terms of just being better?
100% does. Anytime you watch the film, it's never as good, it's never as bad. So yeah, I was hard on myself because I don't like to put our team in a bad spot. It's not about me. It's not about the offense. It's about our team. And I don't love to put our team in a bad spot. So yeah, I'm going to be critical of myself, especially when I'd rather take the bullet than our players. Just being honest, And you guys, like Coach Stu said, hey, they're going to come back and bite you in the butt with that one. And I get it. But that's my job, and that's our responsibility, is to, at the end of the day, protect our players. And I'm never going to point the blame at them.
All right, good. All right.
Thank you, guys.